Welcome everyone to The Deep Dive. I've been really mulling over the source material for today, and I think you're going to find this fascinating. We're taking a deep dive into some, well, truly thought-provoking ideas from a show called The Future Lens. Specifically, we've got excerpts from an episode they did called Will AI Dominate Humanity? Now, that's a question, right? It usually conjures up all those, sci-fi dystopias. But what's so compelling about this source is how it kind of flips that script. So we're here today to unpack its more nuanced take on whether AI is, well, is it just a powerful tool, a disruptive force, or maybe something more intricate?
Yeah, and what the Future Lens really highlights straight away is just how deeply AI is already woven into our daily lives. It's moved way beyond those old science fiction ideas. I mean, according to these excerpts, you see AI's presence everywhere. Think about generative writing platforms, advanced medical diagnostics.
Right, diagnosing diseases.
Exactly. Or sophisticated autonomous vehicles, cars driving themselves, even AI composing complex music. We're talking about real tech here, like ChatGPT. It's not just spitting out text, it's mimicking human conversation in a way that really starts to blur the lines.
And those autonomous drones you mentioned?
Yes, doing tasks far beyond simple automation. But here's the core tension the source brings up right at the start. While AI is incredibly fast, it's scalable, it's tireless, fundamentally, it just processes patterns. It doesn't have emotional intelligence. It doesn't have genuine intuition or, crucially, the capacity for moral judgment. And this isn't just some philosophical point, It's a critical distinction. It dictates the actual boundaries of what AI can do. And it sets the stage for a much more, let's say, sophisticated discussion than just the typical fears of AI taking over.
That distinction really hits home, doesn't it? The pattern processing versus, like, genuine feeling or understanding. Because the Future Lens then dives right into what that means for us, the implications of this core tension for our daily lives, our future. So, on one hand, the source explores how AI could just profoundly amplify human potential. They envision educators, maybe, with hyper-personalized AI assistants helping students one-on-one.
Or doctors getting instant diagnostic support.
Yeah, or creators finding completely new ways to get inspired. That's the bright side.
Right.
But then it doesn't shy away from the other side of the coin.
Right.
The source warns about, significant job transformation.
It shifts there.
And subtle surveillance through AI being everywhere, plus the really complex challenge of accountability. Like, who's responsible when an algorithm makes a call?
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, what the Future Lens argues so insightfully, I think, is that the real question isn't, can AI dominate? That's almost framing it wrong, a misdirection maybe. What it really challenges us, you, me, everyone, to consider is, will we let it? Because AI doesn't have ambition in the human sense. It just runs on algorithms and the data we feed it.
Which does what we program it to do.
Exactly. The source makes a really powerful case that any perceived danger isn't about AI spontaneously deciding to take over the world. It lies in the decisions we make, how we design these systems, how we deploy them, how we regulate them as they get more and more powerful. That's where the power actually is. And, the profound responsibility, too. It rests with us.
That's a really fascinating reframing. So if the potential for domination isn't coming from AI suddenly developing its own will, then it really forces us to look at, well, what is our unique human contribution? What are those irreplaceable qualities that AI just can't replicate no matter how advanced it gets?
Right, and this is where the source really lets humanity shine, so to speak. It dissects several qualities that seem profoundly irreplaceable. We're not just talking about basic emotional intelligence, like simple empathy, as the show underscores. It's about the intricate capacity for social cognition, for effective resonance.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
It means that ability we have to build real rapport, real trust in ways algorithmic models just currently can't grasp.
Ah, okay, that connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then there's ethical reasoning, that complex, often messy process of navigating moral dilemmas informed by our values, our lived experience. AI doesn't have lived experience.
No, just data.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And finally, creativity. But creativity rooted in that lived experience, which is fundamentally different from just generating patterns or combining existing ideas. It's our fundamental ability to genuinely care, to connect with others, to imagine things beyond pure data points. That's what makes us uniquely human. These aren't just soft skills, The source argues these are the core attributes that keep humanity irreplaceable, even in an increasingly AI-driven world.
Okay, so let's circle back then. Our initial question for this deep dive. Will AI dominate humanity? After digging into the Future Lens, What's the ultimate conclusion they reach?
Well, the show's conclusion seems quite clear. It's highly unlikely AI will dominate humanity in that, classic Hollywood dystopian way. However, and this is a big however, it will undeniably, profoundly reshape how we live, how we work, and critically how we relate to each other in the coming decades. That's almost certain.
And that feels like the really crucial takeaway, doesn't it? The critical insight from this source isn't about succumbing to fear, getting panicked about AI's capabilities.
Mhm.
It's more about understanding it, guiding its development responsibly.
They're actively guiding it.
Yes. And maybe most importantly, fiercely championing and staying true to what makes us uniquely human through this whole process.
So, given that the future lens argues the real question isn't whether AI can dominate, but whether we will let it. And knowing AI doesn't actually possess ambition, we're the ones programming it. Here's something to think about. What specific human qualities, like that deep emotional intelligence we talked about, ethical reasoning, creativity born from real life, which of those do you think are the most crucial for us to actively cultivate and champion? Not just for ourselves, but for future generations too, as we navigate this incredibly fast-changing landscape. What do we really need to double down on